You're a smart person. You know that the Electoral College is kind of an outdated, crappy system. You know that our country has plentiful resources, and yet there's still a lot of hungry and homeless people around. You know that we lost net neutrality, which means that anything you see on Google, YouTube, or Facebook is filtered and limited. You know that the NSA can spy on literally anyone in the world for no reason. You know that despite countless mass shootings, our Congress has basically still done nothing. You know that the land of the free has more of its population in prison than any other country, and that over 70% of our free citizens are trapped in dead-end jobs where they live paycheck to paycheck. You know how brutal our cops can be towards black people, and you know that white swimmers can get away with rape through our judicial system. You know that essentially every politician, left and right, accepts huge amounts of money from special interest groups because Citizens United has legalized bribery. You know how much money our government has to spend on military. We spend more on military than the next 10 countries combined, and yet a trip to the hospital can put you into debt for life. But you also know that banks are doing tremendously well. In fact, last year alone, Bank of America, Citibank, and Chase reported net profits of over $170 billion despite the 2008 taxpayer bailout of $700 billion, of which they have paid nothing back. You know that most CEOs make hundreds of times more than their employees and yet pay less taxes than them. You know that the CEO of Nestle has publicly stated that clean drinking water should be a privilege that should be paid for, not a human right. And you know that Walmart and most other big-name retail stores routinely pay their workers as little as possible, provide little to no benefits, forbid them from joining unions, and can terminate thousands of their employees without warning or severance. You know that this stuff and more has been going on for decades. So maybe it's time that we stop blaming one terrible person for all of this tragedy and start looking for the real reasons why our country has become the American nightmare. I'm Chris Conway. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.